Hello everyone, my name is Antonia and this is Perry Pictures. Today we are going to talk about ARTFIGHT, answer some questions that I have been receiving this year in the comments section of my channel, and help you guys hopefully with some of these answers. While we do that, I'm going to show you some of my ARTFIGHT attacks and revenge art on screen, and I will of course put the reference to the original character creator up on screen as well for each attack. The links to them will also be included down in the description. The first question we're going to answer is how to change your username and whether or not changing it is going to affect the artwork that's already been linked to your account. First things first, how to make those changes, and to do that you go under your profile to edit settings and the user site tab. Scroll down and you'll see an option to change username. There is a little blue box, or at least it's blue on my screen, that will tell you you get one free username change when you sign up and one per year. Once you've made the decision to change your name, you just enter the username in the new username box, click check availability, and if it's available you can submit. Don't worry about unlinking any attacks that you've already received, since those are attached directly to the character's ID number and not your profile username, so everything there should remain the same. And I can say this from experience, as a couple years ago I did change my username from what I think was Arcella Arts to Perry Pictures to match my YouTube channel name, and everything remained linked and attached and the same, and all of my previous ARTFIGHT attacks are also still in my gallery. The next question we're going to answer is, does it matter what you name your attacks? And it really is at your discretion, it's up to you. You can always name the attack after the character that you are attacking, or you can name it something that you liked specifically about that character or that inspired you to draw them in the way that you did. If you're ever in doubt, you can always name it after the character that you drew. Another question that has come up an alarming number of times is what to do when the image you're trying to add to your profile, to the body of your profile, isn't working. Now sometimes this happens when a web page is getting too much traffic, so that could be it, or if your image is hosted on a private site, like say a private Instagram account or a private Facebook account, wherever you might be posting it, that may be the reason as well. It might just be a private image and ARTFIGHT can't pull that image. Or perhaps the URL name is missing a character. You may need to try re-adding the URL link. If the original web file location is corrupt or was accidentally deleted or moved into, say, another folder, for example, then you may want to try recopying the image address at its new location, or re-uploading the image and then copying the new link and adding that to your profile. You could also try opening that image in a new tab, right-click, open image, and then copy the URL from that new web tab address. See if maybe that works. Those are some of my suggestions when it comes to that question. The next question is certainly alarming if it happens to you, so I'm definitely glad I'm able to include this in this video. And the question is, what if I attack someone and it shows up on my profile but not on theirs? Do they get notified when I attack them and it's not showing up as one of their defenses? What is going on? If you are doing a mass attack or multiple character attack, you're only able to really target one user, and that'll usually be the first one that you include. When this happens, all the other characters that you have included in that attack will still be notified in their notifications, almost like receiving a new comment. That's how they will be notified. But unfortunately, the artwork is not going to show up in their defenses. It will be attached though to that character's defenses if you go specifically to that character's profile and then click over to the attacks on that character. You'll see it there. The reason why this happens is, again, because any attack that includes multiple characters will still only be targeted at one of the creators, and so all the other ones unfortunately are not going to see it show up on the front page of their defenses. And this is true of some attacks that I've made and of some that I receive. There's just one way to get back to those, and that's to look at the character itself and then flip over to its attack tab. Here's a really common question. Do you need to make characters based off of the team theme that you are on? No, you do not. It's fun to sometimes have a character or characters that support the theme for that year's art fight, but it's absolutely not required. It's not necessary at all. People are going to choose to draw the character in your collection of characters that most vibes with them anyway. Sometimes it's inspiring to see a character based on the themes, and so that might grab somebody's attention, but it's certainly not required in any way. Are you able to attack your own characters in a mass attack? Short answer, yes, you are. You can certainly add your own character ID numbers to the list of characters being attacked, and you can gain points for including them. They're considered another character on the attack sheet. I know in some cases people feel a little weird about doing this because they may not feel like they should earn points for drawing their own OCs. But I do think because you are putting in the work and you are still spending the time drawing those extra characters, that is why they are still rewarding you with points for your own characters in that situation. Another question I was asked was, what canvas size should I use for a reference sheet? It needs to be under 5 megabytes, but I honestly have no idea what canvas size to use for that. And that goes for attacks as well, as far as size limitations. I wasn't 100% sure on the best way to answer this, so please take my answer with a grain of salt. This is what I have found works for me. There are a couple ways to reduce file size for your references and for your attacks. One is to save without using transparency if you were still using transparency for your PNGs. You can also save out copies as JPEGs if the PNGs are too big. And there's always the option to reduce your canvas size. What I have found works for me is to use printer paper proportions at 11 inches by 8.5 inches, especially for attacks. This way players can print them out if they choose. I have also kind of shied away from that and I've moved more towards a square aspect ratio for my attacks just because I think it looks cleaner in the thumbnails, but that's completely up to personal preference. Another thing that you can check and change if your files are too large is what DPI your canvas is set to. If you're sitting on a really high DPI like 600 DPI or even 300 DPI, a great way to reduce file size is to bring that down to say 150 or even 75 dots per inch. But please do that before you start drawing because it's going to definitely affect the quality of the art if you do it afterwards. I also get asked a lot how to search for people's usernames or to find someone that you're looking for. And a really easy way to do that, if you do know what their username is for their ARTFIGHT account, is to go to your profile, look at the URL web address after the squiggly mark where your username is, select and replace that with their username, and that should take you directly to their profile page. For example, my URL is artfight.net//Perry Pictures, no spaces. If there are spaces in their username, that's usually going to be replaced by a hyphen or underscore, so make sure to ask them which it is if there is a space in their username. I would like to take a second to remind everyone that I will also be doing live streams during ARTFIGHT. Normally I live stream twice a month on the weekends, alternating weekends, but for ARTFIGHT in particular, I do like to increase that quantity, so I will be streaming every weekend of July for ARTFIGHT or in honor of ARTFIGHT. So if you are looking for some company while you are drawing your art attacks or revenge this weekend, join me here on YouTube on my channel Sundays at 9 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. EST, and we will absolutely destroy our opponents with fabulous gift art of their characters, of course. And as much as I hate to admit it, I still have a long laundry list of revenge attacks left to make, and we're already halfway done with ARTFIGHT, so I've really got to get moving and keep drawing. And I would appreciate having your company with me when I do those drawings. So again, join me this weekend and we can draw together. I appreciate every piece of feedback that I've gotten from the art community, and I'm really glad that you guys are watching, enjoying, and commenting on my videos and asking the questions that you need answered so that I have an opportunity to know what it is that you want to know and help out in any way that I can. I also received some comments that were not questions, and I want to say thank you for a lot of the compliments that you guys have given me. I've had people mention that my ARTFIGHT tutorial video was the only one that actually showed how to do an attack during ARTFIGHT while ARTFIGHT was actively happening, and so I'm really glad that that has fulfilled that need. I also appreciate you guys watching and commenting on my ARTFIGHT prep video and all the other videos in my ARTFIGHT playlist. I have really enjoyed reading your feedback and seeing how excited everybody is. And if you have other questions that I haven't answered yet, of course, please do ask them down in the comment section below, because this will not be the last video I make on ARTFIGHT, and I really am trying to be as helpful as I possibly can. And let me just say, I really love your characters, so thank you for attacking me and giving me a reason to revenge attack your characters. I've had so much fun drawing them. I really hope that you guys have had fun watching me draw them in this video, and it's never too late to join ARTFIGHT. Really, it's available to join all year round, and prepare yourselves for the next season if it's not currently in season. If it is in season, I do have the link to my ARTFIGHT account down below. Feel free to hop on over, check out what's going on, and if you attack me, prepare yourselves, because I am ruthless with my revenge. Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like this video by giving it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe, because I am making art, animation, and comic content on this channel all the time. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.